Professional wrestling is the one true sport. Other sports have their share of intense, dramatic moments, but nothing can compare with professional wrestling. Welcome to Wrestling History X, where three friends come together to talk about the stories behind the matches. I'm Matt.
I feel like I got hit in the head with a damn shovel.
And I totally lost my place on that page.
Did you get hit in the head with a shovel too?
You'd think so. I am Judge Mills Shane.
Oh, that's good.
Welcome to episode 331, WWF Monday Night RAW.
Raw is war. Yeah.
So tagging. We're watching the weekly episodes here.
That's right.
As we're wont to do throughout 1998, we've this is the most I think Raws we watched in like a quote unquote season.
This is the 287th episode of Raw, produced by WWF. It was taped on November 17th, 1998, but aired on November 23rd.
Let me guess. Westminster Dog Show?
No, they did a live show, and then the next day they did a tape show. And so basically...
Thanksgiving week.
They were able to just only bring people out on the road for like one weekend every 2 weeks, save a little money, that kind of thing. Instead of flying everyone live to shows every week like they do now.
They got a lot more money now.
Exactly. They came from the Value City Arena at the Jerome Strattenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, with an attendance of 12,678 people and a TV rating of 3.1. Nitro had a 4.5 that evening, headlined by Goldberg versus the Giant. It was also, that episode of Nitro was the only time Malenko and Bret Hart were ever in the ring together.
Oh, well, that's like the only thing I want to see in WCW at this point, really.
I might have to go and just make a special viewing.
It was probably 8 minutes and underwhelming, but hey, they're two guys we love dearly.
Interrupted by a nut shot or something like that, where it was a stupid thing that just makes you pissed off that you didn't get to see the full match.
And this episode is not on Netflix, so if you want to follow along with us, you may have to sell the high seas. Sorry about it.
Yeah, I miss just the old school network, just the network.
I know.
Fuck Saudi Arabia. Fuck Netflix. And I mean it. But whatever, it's just so annoying. And Peacock. Fuck Peacock too.
How you feel about Hulu?
Fine, because I don't have to deal with the wrestling thing or whatever. It's like, I just want it to be in one place.
But we are in Columbus, Ohio.
We are.
So Shane, did you do what you do?
I did. Yes. We are here in Columbus, Ohio for Monday Night Raw. And I did what I do in the sense that I got on the old Google machine and figured out what the hell do they eat in Ohio? What's special about Ohio? I mean, we've brought plenty of things from there. We've had a Polish boy. We've had peanut butter and chocolate things. I'm sure we've had some sort of a cocktail. But I also looked up what restaurants were founded or started in Ohio. And two big ones popped up on the list. One of them we had recently, so I decided to skip over that one, otherwise known as Arby's. But it turns out another little square burger shop that's been around forever got its start in Columbus, Ohio. That would be one Wendy's. Wendy's was founded by Dave Thomas on November 15th, 1969 in Columbus, Ohio. He named the restaurant after his daughter, Melinda Lou, quote-unquote, Wendy Thomas, whose nickname was used because her siblings couldn't pronounce Wenda. So yeah, the first Wendy's was located on East Broad Street in Columbus. Dave Thomas, after working in various restaurants, including KFC, wanted to create a fast food restaurant with the focus on fresh and high-quality ingredients and a family-friendly atmosphere. And he did that. And then once Dave Thomas had nothing to do with it, whoever the fuck took over for Wendy's just sucked all of the life out of anything that was good about that place.
It's still one of the better fast food burgers.
It is, depending
on location.
It's very hit and miss, and it's very dependent upon location. Yeah, This one here specifically, I hate that it's the closest one to where you live because it's the only one that will deliver over here. The one here, and I'm not typically one to trash a place on our podcast, but
It's
the Wendy's on
Wendy's.
36th and North May in Oklahoma City.
You doxed
is the
me.
most ass version of Wendy's I have ever encountered. Everything tastes like it's been sitting on the shelf for hours at a time, if it was even made fresh that day at all. Half the time they don't give you what you ordered. Half the time they forget the majority of the things that are supposed to come on there. And they like to do it with nothing but attitude, where they, make it be your fault that you came there to spend your own money, which technically it is. But, we had to...
I love
we got to do it good or bad.
The grievance section of this.
Yeah, this here, I decided to go for the quote-unquote hot item of the month, which is their Takis Fuego chicken sandwich. It says it's supposed to be a premium bun with a spicy chicken breast, some chili lime sauce, a street corn spread, some Takis, and cheddar cheese sauce. We got the chili lime sauce and the Takis. I don't believe we had any cheddar cheese, at least not on my portion of it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And I don't know what the street corn spread was either. So thanks, Wendy's on 36th and North May in Oklahoma City, for once again staying consistent and not giving a fuck about what you serve your people and just putting some shit in a bag and sending it out the door.
I will say, if you work at a place, if you're ordering from a place that's putting Takis on their sandwiches, can you blame them for not caring?
To be fair, they did not put the Takis on the sandwich. They came in a bag on the side, and I had to put those on myself.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Again, made with pure care.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, yeah, I'm okay with you trashing this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Wendy's. They'll be fine.
I typically don't want to talk bad about them, but if
Yeah.
it was any other location, I'm guessing it would have been 400 times better. But 36th and North May in Oklahoma City is the most ass version of Wendy's you will ever find. And if you know of another one, please let us know in the comments. Give us a shout out on the old tweeters, or send us an email or something, and tell us about the suckiest Wendy's in your area, because I'd really like to know if
I
there's
was
one
going to
worse.
say, the one in Norman does a good job when they make sure they order all their stuff.
Oh, and they have enough food in stock.
Yeah.
I mean, the one that's on West 23rd, over on 23rd and what is that over there, Meridian? That one ain't too bad. And it's 4 minutes away from where this one is, but because this one's closer, this is the only one that we get to choose. So I'm going to do what I do and take a loud bite of this dry, crunchy chicken sandwich that I got from the Wendy's at 36 and North May in Oklahoma City.
The man can only
Again, the most ass version of Wendy's that you can find, and I dare you to prove me wrong. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Dried chicken on a bun
edible
with Takis. Thanks, Wendy's. Dave would be proud.
Let's just say I took one bite and went, nope, that's not for me.
Yeah, what's funny
But
is
I think a lot of it was just the texture of the Takis on top of the chicken sandwich.
yeah, I'm not a chips on my sandwich guy. Put them on the side. It's fine.
Like, I can do chips on a sandwich occasionally.
I just never think to do it or want to do it. I'm like, they're fine the way they are. Like, it can be right next to you, right next to the sandwich. But what's funny is that the spicy Wendy's chicken sandwich has always been a solid fast food.
Yeah,
spicy.
the actual spicy
I mean,
chicken
yeah, but
sandwich.
that was a thing that everyone's like, oh, Wendy's has a nice chicken sandwich for fast food. So then to be like, well, what if we put like trash chips on it? Would that make it better?
No,
because then you got to turn.
I'm also
it
not
over.
the biggest Taki fan.
You got to put trash chicken to go with your trash chips, and Wendy's. This one.
I mean,
No,
is your lemonade good?
It's an orange Fanta, but it's at least washed away the flavor of that nasty dry fucking whatever that was.
They have
chicken
some
sandwich.
fancy lemonades now that are pretty decent.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna spend extra. I went for just the basic combo.
I get it. Well, something that happened right around the same time as this Raw movie that was released the same weekend, Enemy of the State, Will Smith classic.
I've never seen this. My guess is, I could be wrong, is that Wild Wild West came out and I saw it and I thought it was awesome, but I was like, 9. So there wasn't very many movies I watched and disliked, and this one had a giant spider in it. But a lot of people shit all over that movie considering it came out after the classic Men in Black. So my assumption is that Will Smith was like, what if I did something serious and this was the answer to that? But I don't know if there was something in between it. Because has Will Smith done any like serious movies before this? Or is this the first one where it's kind of serious?
Before Enemy of the State, had he done any serious movies?
Yeah.
He had 6 Degrees of Separation.
I mean, yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
I mean, it was his very first movie. Basically, no one's seen it.
Okay, so it was like, yeah, it's like...
Stockard Channing got nominated for an Oscar for it.
I guess what I mean is, like, since him being a guy that can
Bad Boys
lead a
and
blockbuster.
Men in Black. Enemy of the State actually was before Wild Wild West.
Oh, okay. Wow. So they came that same year.
The cast I enjoy. But I've never
I mean,
actually
yeah,
watched
because
the
like
movie.
Gene Hackman's in this movie.
The GOAT.
John Voight, Regina King,
Like both of them quite a bit.
Jack Black, Lisa Bonet, Seth Green, Scott Conn, Gabriel Byrne, Jason Lee, Jake Busey.
That's a
It's one of
crazy.
Hackman's last movies.
Crazy cast.
Before
Well, Tenenbaums is after
There we
this.
go.
Yeah, Tenenbaums is after.
I was only
Yeah,
thinking
he does like 10 movies or so after that. I was just like,
Because he did retire, like, kind of one of those things where I was like, everybody forgets that Sean Connery's last movie was League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but he went on to live for like 20 more years.
Enemy of the State has the Tony Scott cinematography.
Oh, it's a Tony Scott movie.
Yeah.
That makes me more interested because Tony Scott knows how to make a big, fun, dumb movie.
Yeah. I mean, his action movies are exactly that. 'Cause, like, literally after that, he goes on to, Man of Fire, Domino, Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3, Unstoppable.
Yeah, because the only reason I'm kind of interested in the Taking Pelham 1, 2, 3 remake is because it's Tony Scott, because I love the original, but I'm like, I don't need that in my life. I don't need a remake of that in my life.
I mean, it's definitely Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3. It's not as good as the original.
Yeah.
Because not many movies are. But it's still a fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
Actually, the movie that he made right before Enemy of the State was called The Fan. Wesley Snipes and Robert De Niro.
Yep.
And it's one of those movies that, like, back in the day, people don't remember this movie because it was panned horribly.
Really?
But if you go back and watch it now, which I actually have just recently done,
It's fun as hell.
It is very, very good. Like, I mean, it's Wesley Snipes basically playing Barry Bonds.
Oh.
Okay, and De Niro is an obsessive fan. And, like, some of the dialogue isn't great,
Yeah.
but it's a great performance.
But is it is it kind of like a creepy thing, like a 1 hour photo?
Like, if you want a more modern Taxi Driver or King of Comedy of, like, De Niro, it's this movie.
Huh, weird. Yeah, I can't see De Niro doing those roles as an old man, but that sounds interesting. Or as an older man.
I mean, yeah, he's probably, like, late 40. I mean, he's older, but he's supposed to be like late 40s. Early 50s.
The guy's looked like he was 40 since he was 20, so
pretty much, yeah. But yeah, Enemy of the State. Like, I remember this actually being the first Will Smith movie that I did not care for. I thought there was, and it may have actually been the Tony Scottness of it.
Oh yeah,
but this was back,
you were younger, didn't have you're like, with Tony Scott, it's one of those things where you're like, you just have to, you either don't like it or you appreciate how, like, big and dumb and bold he is, and you just embrace it. Yeah. Not that he's a stupid man, but, like, the things that he does are just like, if something blows up, it blows the hell up. Like, it's maximalism when it comes to filmmaking. Very little nuance.
But I do feel like this is a movie that you could go and watch now and just go, holy shit.
Remember when they used to make action movies?
How much did they get right in this movie?
Oh, really? That's fun.
Because, I mean, it's basically about, like, the government, like, watching.
Yeah. Nanny State?
Yeah.
It's, kind of like how...
NSA stuff.
Yeah. It's like, what's it called? Metal Gear Solid 2 was supposed to end with 9/11 happening, but before the game came out, 9/11 actually happened. Like, it was that's how the game was supposed to have that happen. He predicted it before it ever happened. It wasn't happening on September 11th, but it's one of those things where it's like, oh, and they had to change the ending of it.
I'm blanking. Sandra Bullock hacker movie.
The Net.
The Net. Yes, it's the storyline is
more
like
more relatable.
the broad realms of the storyline are basically.
See, I've never seen Enemy of the State, but I watched The Net. Probably one of the movies I've seen the most times in my entire life because it was good.
Is The Net about like the dark web?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but like before that was
Identity
a thing.
theft and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-Silk Road.
Because basically there's a politically motivated thing that happens, and the evidence gets placed on Will Smith's character, and then he's having to run around trying to clear his name and not die, basically.
Sounds fun.
It's like inner space, just in the outer space, but not in outer space.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Something like that.
it's a fun movie if you haven't ever watched it and want a good, hour 45
And
action film.
Yeah, and remember what action movies used to look like, and now they all look like CGI slop.
It's sad.
They're not. It's rare that they actually something exciting happens instead of it just like washing over you. So it's nice to see a stunt. Damn it! Thank God for Tom Cruise, or thank Yakub or Xenu or whatever for Tom Cruise.
L. Ron Hubbard. I think is who it is.
yeah. I think Xenu's the alien that seeded our planet. I don't know. I used to know.
Well, let's talk some Monday Night Raw.
Let's do it.
WWF Attitude Package starts it off before a video package with highlights from Survivor Series, where we see The Rock winning the belt due to the help of the McMahons, hugging them and leaving mankind confused. We then get highlights from this previous week's Raw, where Stone Cold Steve Austin comes down with contract in hand, saying that he gets a title shot versus The Rock that evening. Judge Mills Lane even agrees that it is a binding contract, followed by Vince telling Ken Shamrock that he could use a man like him, before highlights of that main event, where Foley, Big Boss Man, Shamrock, and Undertaker all interfere, costing Austin the win.
So yeah, Bossman and Shamrock on behalf of Vince McMahon.
Yep, they're the corporate goons now,
Yep.
basically.
Yeah.
And then Undertaker, of course, just because he's feuding with Austin. He's got his own separate thing to deal with Vince McMahon.
Jim Ross informs us that we will get words from Stone Cold later in the evening from a medical center. As Pyro goes off, followed by JR welcoming us to the show, joined by Jerry the King Lawler.
Sign City, my God.
The McMahons and the Stooges make their way to the ring, with Vince taking the mic to claim he had nothing to do with the brutal attack that Austin suffered last week,
Sure.
which was Undertaker smacking Austin across the head with a shovel, saying he never lies. So when he says something, you can take it to the bank. Mr. McMahon continues that they will name a new WWF commissioner tonight, as Sergeant Slaughter is stepping aside. And that person will answer to no one, even to Vince. They will be charged with treating every superstar equally. Only exception to the rule is Stone Cold, as he's mine, because I will make all of those decisions. McMahon then brings out the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
I know it.
Oh, God.
In a suit with a cowboy hat, black cowboy hat.
We haven't seen Shawn since Raw, August 24th, 1998, episode 317.
Day after my 21st birthday.
And HBK says he can guarantee that nothing will be the same again, and to add some sizzle to the steak, asking if he can make his first booking decision right there, right now, deciding that The Rock will face X-Pac for the WWF Championship, leaving the McMahons baffled and worried.
Is this our first guarantee?
I believe so.
I didn't realize Sean was the first. Love it.
I mean, at least the first one we've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Shawn leaves to the back as Ross says he doesn't think this is what Vince had planned, while Vince huddles with the Stooges inside the ring. And our commentators discuss some of the matches we'll see tonight before we head to commercial. Coming back to Kevin Kelly in the back with the Insane Clown Posse and the Oddities. And Kelly says the ICP finally gets the match they wanted. But Violent J informs everyone that they aren't ready, so the Oddities should take the match, which they reluctantly agree to.
Shane, if you don't know, Violent J's the chubbier one, and Shaggy 2 Dope is the skinnier man with braids.
Yeah.
Good mad clown love for life.
I know this only because of Eminem and his hatred for ICP.
So we go to our first match. The Headbangers of Mosh and Thrasher versus the Oddities of Kurrgan and Golga, with Luna, Giant Silva, and ICP of Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope. Mosh with strikes to begin before leaping off the second rope, only for Kurrgan to catch and slam the Headbanger down, followed by an elbow drop, allowing the Oddities to take control. And Golga tags in for a corner splash and a body slam, begins to run the ropes when Violent J gets on the apron, so Golga accidentally knocks the clown off. And the masked man turns to check on Jay when Mosh uses the distraction to roll him up for the pin and the win.
Thanks for coming.
Yep.
Post-match, ICP and the Headbangers team up to put the boots to Golga, spraying something in Kurrgan's eyes and tying up Silva in the ropes. They also grab Luna and begin chopping her hair off, as Mosh takes the mic to say, "This is the new Headbanger way," followed by them walking up the rampway, celebrating together as we go to break. But we come back to a video package about Kane, where we see the Big Red Machine chokeslam Edge, Goldust, Terry Runnels, and a ref before attempting to throw a fireball at Undertaker, only for it to catch X-Pac instead. He then even tried to set the Brood on fire, followed by attacking fans outside the arena. He's on a rampage.
Yep.
I forgot how gas can friendly Kane was back in the day.
How does fire deal with, or how do, like, fire doesn't do anything to vampires, right?
I mean, it burns them.
Just sunlight?
Yeah, it just burns them. Doesn't really do anything.
How do they get to the arena? Do they have to show up the night before?
They roll in on caskets.
Yeah, with the dirt from their hometown.
Yeah.
That's why they enter through the floor.
Oh, yeah, because they're down in the boiler room. Sorry, mankind, it's occupied. We're napping.
So we go to our second match, the Blue Blazer versus Steve Blackman. And we get highlights of the Blazer over the past few weeks, using hit-and-run tactics to attack, coming down from the ceiling in a harness,
Don't talk like that.
and even in the ring at the same time as Owen Hart, who everyone seemed to believe was the Blazer. And the match gets going with Steve being hot-shotted on the ropes when the Blazer misses a clothesline, allowing Blackman to hit one of his own, causing the Blue Blazer to bail out to regroup. And Steve gives chase around ringside, wrapping his opponent up in his cape to roll the Blazer back in for a roundhouse kick. But he misses an elbow drop, leading to the Blue Blazer nailing an enziguri and locking on a dragon sleeper. But Blackman breaks the hold, only to run into a back elbow before a sharpshooter is applied, causing Steve to crawl to the ropes to make the break. And Blue Blazer telegraphs his move, so Blackman delivers a drop kick and a leaping shoulder tackle, followed by a bicycle kick for the pin and the win. Post-match, Steve goes to unmask the Blazer.
Who can it be?
When Owen Hart runs down to chop block Blackman,
What?
allowing the Blazer to escape to the back.
I know I noticed the face earlier in the match where I was like, that's not Owen's face. I know that for sure.
No.
Did you know who it was?
I did not.
I couldn't tell at first.
But now that I see in your notes, and I'll let you reveal it, but it's like, I knew that nose. Not two very distinctive noses.
It was Dr. Tom Pritchard
Dr.
under the
Tom.
mask.
Nice.
The better of the Pritchards.
The better of the Pritchards. But this will be the last time we see him wrestle.
That's okay. Some guys are better teachers.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Dr. Tom. This is not an era where guys that look like Dr. Tom get to wrestle.
No. We're then shown video of Steve Austin during a house show. And he's celebrating a win when he would collapse all of a sudden, suffering from headaches all week and refusing medical attention. which is why he's in the medical center.
Yeah, I mean, when he got hit with that shovel,
Probably gave him a concussion.
the week of this house show, the end of the shovel flies off. And the fact that they did this on a house show is nice to sow seeds of realism.
We go to break, but we come back to see Sean and Mr. McMahon having a conversation in a hallway. Ooh, wonder what they're talking about.
Doing it.
We'll never find out for real. We'll never find out if that's true or not.
So we go to our third match, The Brood of Edge and Gangrel with Christian versus D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry. And we get a clip from last week's Raw where Mark tells Chyna that all he wants is for them to go out for a nice dinner. No sex involved. He just wants her.
He just wants to show her a good time. Buy her a steak. We know she loves protein. I mean, like to keep...
Yeah, she does.
I didn't mean it like that, but I was saying, like, to keep a physique like that.
You gotta eat some protein.
Yeah.
I get you. I got what you're saying.
Shane, you dirty, dirty dog.
So D'Lo and Edge start us off with traded strikes when Brown blocks a rocker dropper, only for Edge to counter into a Hurricanrana, drop kick, and an arm drag. Gangrel joins his partner in the ring for a double back elbow, whip-aided clothesline, and a double DDT. And Henry jumps in the ring, but he's taken down by a double hip toss, leaving Edge to work on Brown, who ducks a clothesline and nails a leg lariat to change the momentum. And Marc returns for a body slam and an elbow drop for a 2 count, brings D'Lo back to work over Edge when he delivers a running powerbomb and taunts the crowd. Henry tags in to hit a tilt-a-whirl slam and hard right hands before Edge rallies to nail a crossbody onto Brown, who answers right back with a clothesline to remain in control. Marc with a power slam, allowing D'Lo to go up top for a somersault senton, only for Edge to roll to safety and making the crawl for the hot tag. The Vampire Warrior hammers away on Henry, back body drop to Brown, when Edge rejoins the fray to whip their opponents into each other, knocking D'Lo out of the ring. Edge leaps over the ropes with a slingshot plancha onto Brown, while Marc recovers to gorilla press slam Gangrel. When Chyna comes out onto the rampway, leading to Henry being distracted, just smiling.
He has a nice smile.
Because he hopes to get his answer, but the distraction allows the Vampire Warrior to cradle him up for the pin and the win. Post-match, D'Lo is arguing with Marc when Chyna takes a mic to agree to a date with Henry, sending him into a fit of glee.
Yeah, D'Lo Brown's like, I'm kind of more interested about the wrestling thing. I know you've got this crush going on, but Mark Henry is unflappable. Also, it might not be the first time, but I think it's the first time we've heard it. Jerry Lawler refers to Mark Henry as sexual chocolate. Yeah. Just like casually in the match. I feel like that happens all the time whenever they're like transitioning to a new thing, just to like get it in people's minds or see if
sexual chocolate.
It also seems like one of those things like, oh, you can say that on TV, and then next week when we're in town, will somebody bring a sign that says that, and then that's kind of like the test of like, did it hook? I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like that makes a lot of sense.
That does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Sounds legit.
We are then taken to the medical center where Austin is in a hospital bed. And he's complaining about all the tests that keeping him up all night. When the doctor explains he has a concussion and warns him that he needs to take some time off. And Stone Cold takes the medicine and is told to get a good night's sleep and he can leave the next day. When JR would ask Austin how he feels, responding that he feels like he took a damn shovel to the head. But he will get his payback, while his blood pressure begins to increase, forcing the nurse to try and calm him down. We then go to the JVC Kaboom of the week, where we see Undertaker clock Stone Cold with that shovel last week on Raw.
Correct. As
we go to break. And we come back to the Heartbreak Kid and DX now having conversations in a hallway.
I know, we got a guy playing both sides. He's got his friends, and then he's got the boss that isn't 100% his boss. He's still calling the shots. Unless it comes to Stone Cold Steve Austin, that is.
So we go to our fourth match, Goldust versus Marvelous Marc Mero. And we get footage from Sunday Night Heat, where Jackie accidentally tripped Marc instead of his opponent, causing him to lose. So he fired Miss Jacqueline on the spot.
Jackie is not the kind of person I'd want on my bad side.
No. Not even a little bit.
Mero beats on the Golden One with strikes. The Goldust charges out of a corner with clotheslines, atomic drops, and a hot shot across the ropes. He keeps up the attack with turnbuckle smashes, only for Marc to avoid a charge into a corner, sending the Golden One headfirst into the turnbuckle, and allowing Mero to jab away and choke on the ropes. A running knee lift by Marc as Terry Runnels makes her way to ringside, followed by a crossbody for a 2 count. And the two are trading strikes as Jackie now makes her way to ringside, when Goldust hits a slam, only for the ladies to be a distraction, allowing Mero to roll up the Golden One for a near fall. And Marc's taken down with a backslide pin attempt for a 2 count, but he responds with a clothesline for a near fall, before telegraphing his move, leading to a drop down right hand and a bulldog from Goldust for a 2 count.
I always wish that drop down right hand had a name, because it's so gold. It's just like, yeah, I'm sure other people have done it, but it's so tied to Goldust.
Rhodes are the only people that I know that do it.
Yeah, it's just one of those
on a regular basis.
Yeah, I just feel like it should have its own name, and it's a shame that it doesn't. But now I guess it's not too late because Cody's.
He still does it, yeah.
Yeah, but he's like, but like, I wish there was a name for it decades before he was even wrestling. Yeah, I haven't come up with anything. The only move I ever came up with naming was the rubber band slam. And I think that's about as good as I'm going to get.
We get mounted punches in the corner, and the Golden One hooks the legs to shatter some dreams. Only for the ladies to jump on the apron to distract the ref, with Miss Jacqueline running in to low blow the Golden One. Terry then gets in as well to stomp away on Goldust, followed by turning to kick Mero down low. And the ladies high-five as the ref calls for the bell, and the no contest.
Right in the speed bags. I like it when the crowd's like, take it off. It's like, could they be wearing less? They legitimately have it's like there's at least half of a titty out, and not even the top. We're talking like the half of every lady's bottom titty is out. It's bananas. Oh, 1998. What a time.
We go back to Stone Cold, the medical center, where a nurse is asking for his autograph, which he's happy to oblige, when JR questions him about the Buried Alive match, which sends Austin into a tirade about getting revenge on Paul Bearer and The Undertaker.
I love the detail of the heart monitor, where like it's back down to like normal or whatever, and then they bring up the match and everything, and he starts yelling, and the heart monitor, gets faster and louder, and just like, oh, those are the details that really make a thing work.
And the nurse turns the lights off and tells Stone Cold to get some rest, when we go outside the building to see a hearse arrive as we go to commercial.
Bum, bum, bum.
And we come back to the WWF Rewind, presented by Glover.
You guys remember Glover?
I never played Glover.
I didn't have a 64. I remember the commercials, and I really wanted to play it, but I think that it was just a bad version of like Mario 64, and you were a glove instead of Mario. But it was like a 3D platformer. But I was a PlayStation guy.
Every time they said Glover, I thought they were saying Flubber.
Oh, yeah. Saw that in the theater.
I did not.
I was younger and with my grandma and my cousins. Like all the movies I saw in 1998.
And the clip we get to see is Austin with stunners to the Rock in the main event of last week's Raw, when Shamrock would pull the ref out of the ring to stop the count. So, yeah.
Fucking Shamrock.
Right.
I love him.
So we go to our fifth match. Ken Shamrock versus Big Boss Man versus Mankind for the WWF Hardcore Championship.
So if Ken gets pinned, does he get to keep his IC belt?
Yes.
I had a feeling.
And we see another clip from last week's Raw where Foley got beat down by Bossman and Shamrock as he tried to go after the McMahons. And so the match gets going with the Corporation members cornering Mankind when Big Boss Man goes after him with his nightstick, only for Foley to duck and fight back. But the assault is on with double teams, turnbuckle smashes, and strikes for a 2 count. And Mankind's whipped towards Bossman, ducking a big right hand and taking down the former Cobb County correctional officer with a clothesline, followed by one to Ken as well, before tossing him out of the ring.
I do really love Bossman in this role. It's one of those things where, like, seeing from doing the show, seeing like the earliest like Bossman in like the NWA and throughout or whatever, and then him being able to be used so well here, also working better and in better shape, and he has a cool look, and yeah, just nice to see a man thrive.
Yeah.
It's a bit player, but an important bit player.
Foley heads outside to brawl with Shamrock up the ramp when Big Boss Man goes for a clothesline, only to hit Shamrock instead,
Again.
leading to Mankind working him over as well with strikes and face slams into the steel. And Foley returns to Ken to suplex him on the ramp, followed by Bossman hitting a running knee and dragging Mankind back to the ring, where the nightstick's used to choke the champ, when Shamrock returns to pop him with right hands. And the McMahons show up at the top of the ramp to watch the festivities as the beatdown continues, using the railing and the nightstick, causing Foley to fall to the floor, where he pulls a broom out from under the ring and breaks it across the backs and throats of his opponents. Mankind then runs Ken into the barrier, rocking him with right hands, when Big Boss Man attacks from behind, smashing the King's fan from the announce table into Foley's face, before Shamrock gets some revenge with a Coke can.
I love they come out and they're basically taking, like, Vince and Shane walk out with big dumb smiles on their face because they are seeing Mick Foley get beat down, and they're basically taking their victory lap early, but it's all in favor of them being able to cut back when Vince McMahon gets back over on them. He hits them in the head, they cut back to them, and now the smile is back off of their face. Yeah, they're just so fun to hate.
Back in the ring, Mankind ducks a chair shot from Bossman, which ends up clocking Ken, followed by Foley nailing a double-arm DDT onto the steel to Big Bossman, leaving all 3 men down momentarily.
Zago.
Ken and Mankind are up first, brawling their way outside, with Shamrock being tossed into the ring steps and locked into a Socko claw, only for Bossman to attack from behind to break it up.
I love that he takes the sock from a fan.
And they make their way back inside, where Foley ducks a clothesline and applies the Socko claw to Big Boss Man now. But Ken runs in to clip Mankind from behind, which also knocks Boss Man to the floor. Shamrock delivers a belly-to-belly suplex onto the chair, goes for the ankle lock, when the Job Squad of Al Snow, Scorpio, and Bob Holly all run out, distracting the ref and allowing Al Snow to give some head to Ken, with Foley rolling on top for the pin and the win.
Those last couple of sentences were wild.
Yeah.
Ken rolling on top.
Al Snow giving some head to Ken.
Post-match, Mankind celebrates with the belt, but then he starts chasing after the McMahons. But Ken and Big Boss Man chase him down, and they all brawl to the back. And we haven't seen Holly since King of the Ring 98, episode 309.
I know, I'm excited. I remember being quite the fan for Bob, as, you know, he will progress from this role.
Yeah, still Bob. Not quite hardcore yet.
Nope. But at least...
But the Hardcore Championship's here now, so
Yep.
we know it's not long for this world.
It's a matter of time.
And, you know, he's not changing spark plugs.
Mm-mm.
So that's a plus for him as well.
We go back to the medical center where we see the hearse still parked outside, before going to Austin's room where Undertaker is choking out Stone Cold, telling him that he's not so tough, And this is where you get off. This is your last ride. He already knew the name of his finisher. Like 10 years later. Austin's then dragged as we go to break, coming back to Paul Bearer and the Dead Man getting into the vehicle, presumably with Stone Cold in the back of the hearse. And they drive off before we head back to our arena for our 6th match. Christian with the Brood of Gangrel and Edge versus Duane Gill for the WWF Light Heavyweight Championship.
Funny that, it's like, oh, we're just going to keep doing Duane Gill. Why not?
And the champ came out first, guys.
Uh-oh.
Foreshadowing. And Duane's taken down by knees, throat thrusts, and a reverse DDT for a 2 count to begin, before Christian chops away in a corner. But Gill reverses a whip, only to charge in with a corner splash, which the Brood member ducks, leaving Duane laid up on the ropes. Christian kicks him freely. Gill is nailed with a fireman's carry gutbuster and stomps when he's tossed to the floor, where the other Brood members get some shots in as well. And Gill's tossed back into the ring when Christian delivers the unprettier. But the Job Squad comes out of the crowd again, distracting the ref as the cover's made, leading to Scorpio jumping in with a splash and rolling Duane on top for the pin and the win. And new.
I mean, it's so funny. It's like, does Mankind need help from the Job Squad? Can we call Mankind a jobber? Duane Gill, he needs help from the Job Squad. These are 2 entirely different pay brackets, and Duane Gill's Wikipedia is probably 8 sentences. McFoley's is probably a quarter of his book.
Post-match, the squad drags Gill out and celebrates with him up the ramp when Michael Cole arrives to ask about the greatest upset in WWF history. And 123 Kid would like to have a word with Michael Cole right now. And Duane responds that it's the greatest moment of his life before they leave to the back.
That's what you should have had, though, was X-Pac walking up and just, smacking Cole upside the back of the head. Like, excuse me? Fake razor much?
We now see the hearse backing into a burial plot, where Taker and Paul pull Austin out of the back of the vehicle, placing him on the ground as Undertaker digs the hole just a little deeper, as Bearer taunts. But Stone Cold wakes and begins to choke Paul, so the Dead Man knocks him back out, followed by saying that burial is too good for Austin. They're going to embalm him alive. As we go to commercial.
I wonder how fast that kills you. Because they pull the blood out of you first, and then also run something into your veins to fuck it up so it enters your body. Don't ask me how I know that.
Watched a few embalming videos.
I don't know how I know it, honestly. I'm grossed out by all that stuff.
But videos from back in the
but
day.
somehow I know
6
it.
Feet Under. Did you watch that show?
No, I think I probably just listened to a true crime podcast or something once. I don't know.
That one time.
Yeah, that one time. I don't listen to a lot of stuff like that. I don't like icky stuff. I like it fake in movies.
So we come back to the hearse driving away before we go to the arena for our 7th match. The Godfather with Hose versus Tiger Ali Singh.
Oh, train.
With Babu. And we haven't seen The Godfather since Over the Edge 98, episode 305. He was still, Mustafa at that point. Tiger Ali since One Night Only, episode 272.
Been a little bit.
And Babu since Born to be Wired, episode 266.
Damn.
When he was Pedro Marquez, or El Puerto Ricano. You might know him better as.
I do remember him now.
That's Babu?
That's Babu.
I don't know why. In my mind,
He's gained a few pounds.
I was going to say, this just looks like a manager for sure. And I don't remember
El Puerto Ricano.
I don't remember him being... He probably had like 0 body fat when we saw him last, and it probably
had a mask on too. I'm guessing. No? Okay.
Oh, do you have? Oh yeah, Born to Be Wired. So probably 96. He's hitting every Wendy's on the road.
maybe 97. There's one that only was 97.
That's even quicker weight gain, but yeah.
Back then, it would have been worth it. Definitely not at the Wendy's at 36 in North May in Oklahoma City.
The man's got an axe to grind. I hope I never piss you off.
And just don't serve bad food repeatedly with a bad attitude, and then try and make me pay extra.
No, yeah.
So the manservant spreads flowers in the ring for Singh to walk on. When the Godfather takes the mic to give Tiger Ali a choice, an ass kicking, or a night with one of the hoes for a small fee. And all of a sudden, a real man's man, Steven Regal, makes his way out to tell Singh to not fall for it, as he got screwed, and not in the good way, and that Tiger Ali can afford better slappers than them.
Slappers is such a seems
it's an English word. It's funny.
I know it's funny. I was like, yeah, that's a slang we don't really have over here. But.
So obviously you didn't know he just showed up here because you mentioned on the last WWF show that it was the last time we were going to see him.
For a little bit. I mean, technically you weren't wrong.
He just randomly shows up.
Yeah. I thought it was funny. It was like, yeah, this was so unimportant that it, yeah. Even if you read a 3-paragraph show review, they probably wouldn't mention it.
So Godfather goes to slap at Regal, allowing Singh to attack from behind, joined by Steven to beat him down. When Val Venus would run out to make the save in this no contest, as officials break up the fight, while Val leaves with the hose.
So now Val is back to being a good guy again now that he's not feuding with Goldust.
I don't know if he ever was the bad guy in that feud, but
yeah, that's
booed
the 98
in comparison to Goldust.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's because Goldust was the more.
But you put the porn star with the pimp and the hose, and the crowd's happy.
It's 98
against the foreigners.
Yeah,
quote unquote.
They'll have a tag name here soon. That's pretty great.
After 11 o'clock on every cable channel in America at this point, it's Girls Gone Wild commercials. So we're in the true fuck it, we're having fun era of America. Rest in peace for good or bad.
Very curious. I'm trying to remember what this team name is, but
yeah, me too.
I'll have to wait.
Of Val and Godfather.
Yeah. Spoiler alert: they team up.
Yeah. I mean, we see it come from a mile away. I'm just trying to remember the team name because I thought it was very funny.
Power bottoms and glory holes.
No.
That might actually be better. We go backstage to see the Heartbreak Kid, The Rock, and the McMahons arguing. Shawn pats Rocky on the title belt, which angers the champ even more, forcing Shane to get in between them as we go to break. And we come back to Michaels in the locker room with Earl Hebner, going over the plans for the match, I guess.
Yeah, he takes away one sheet of paper for plans and gives him a new one. Yeah. And I was like, what are we doing? We can't have this on television. We can't be having... Yeah, it's I guess they said plan. They didn't really say that it's oh, here's the cues you need to look out for in the match.
But we then go to our 8th match. The New Age Outlaws of Road Dogg Jesse James, Badass Billy Gunn versus the Job Squad of Scorpio and Bob Holly with Al Snow and Duane Gill. And James starts it off with shake, rattle, and roll right hands, followed by a shimmy, shake, knee drop for a 2 count, as the crowd is loud with a O-H-I-O chant.
Is that where Road Dogg's from?
No, that's just the chant that they do in Ohio at Ohio State games. They probably do it at other Ohio university.
But they're just pumped because everybody loves the New Age Outlaws. Yeah. It's crazy the amount of ape shit they go for New Age Outlaws. But I mean, DX was the coolest thing on the playground in 5th grade.
Absolutely. And Holly floats over a back body drop and delivers a pump handle power slam for a near fall, as Gunn breaks up the cover. And Scorpio and Badass both tag in to match up, with Gunn going for a press slam, only for Too Cold to escape and use his quickness to duck several moves, before hitting a pair of drop kicks, when his third attempt is shoved aside, leading to Badass clotheslining Scorpio down. And Bob runs in to get press slammed, followed by James returning, only to get knocked down by a spinning heel kick from Too Cold. And Holly tags in to keep up the attack with strikes, an inverted atomic drop, and a clothesline for a 2 count. Road Dogg fights back with jabs and a whip to a corner, but he charges into a boot, allowing Scorpio to fly in with a splash, only for James to get his boot up to the chin and make the crawl for the hot tag. Gunn with strikes, back elbows, and a body slam before heading up top, when Holly would fall into the ropes, causing Badass to be crotched. And Scorpio looks to take advantage, but Gunn counters it into a tornado DDT, only for Bob to break up the pin. Mankind then runs down with a leaf blower, clocking Badass across the head, allowing Too Cold to make the cover for the pin and the win.
Job Scott going crazy tonight.
Yep.
Post-match, Shamrock and Bossman come down to attack the squad and Foley, when the Outlaws would join in as well. The Stooges would then come out to have a discussion with Road Dogg and Gunn, walking them to the back.
And we haven't pointed it out, but I think it's important to know that the leaf blower was a gift that Mankind was planning on giving to his father figure, Vince McMahon, before he got screwed by him.
Yep.
So that's because leaf blower, like, what?
Yeah.
But, that's the reasoning,
I
which...
just thought maybe Kaboom made leaf blowers or something.
It just makes sense that that's the way Mankind's brain works, is that he thinks that Vince McMahon is leaf blowing his own yard, and he could use a new one. It's like, no. Paying somebody to manicure his very large home in Stamford.
We then see the first pulling up to a funeral home as we go to commercial.
Uh-oh.
And we come back to Austin being carried into the embalming room, where Bear gets prepared to do the deed. And Taker tells Stone Cold that he cannot tempt fate, can't disturb the ministry. It didn't have to be this way. This is your own fault. This is what you get when you cross the line into a realm of darkness, which there is no escape. This is the final road. And they cut his shirt as we go to break again. But we come back to more dead man speak, hoping that Austin can hear him, because what you're about to experience is going to be the worst imaginable pain and horror you could ever endure. You see death. When one understands it, they become ageless. They become deathless. They become immortal. And Undertaker begins talking in tongues, lifting an embalming needle when there's a crash in the background.
Be the
Paul-
power I beg of you.
So Paul goes to see what happened, when Kane opens the door, pulling Bear aside and attacking Taker. Paul looks to finish off Stone Cold with a pair of scissors, only for Austin to block at the last second, pushing Bearer aside and making a run for it as the camera feed is disrupted.
Whew.
Fun stuff. I mean, this was, like I said, perfect Monday television for a child. You were fucking amped.
Yeah, a child, a college child, a 20-something. It was one size fits all in that case.
Yeah.
So we go to our 9th match. X-Pac with the New Age Outlaws of Road Dogg Jesse James and Badass Billy Gunn versus The Rock with the Big Boss Man and Ken Shamrock for the WWF Heavyweight Championship. And HBK comes down, sending the Outlaws and the Corporate Goons to the back before the match ever begins.
I mean, that's a good sign for, our new
Commissioner
commissioner, for sure.
And he actually then takes a seat at the commentator's booth to watch on. As we get back and forth action to start with clotheslines, strikes, and a swinging neck breaker, which sends the Kid to the floor. And Rocky gives chase to run X-Pac crotch first into the ring post, followed by an elbow across the throat on the apron.
Rocky sucks.
Now back in the ring, The Rock wears his opponent down with a rear chin lock, with the Kid fighting his way to his feet, only for a back elbow to drop X-Pac with Rocky reapplying the chin lock. And the McMahons arrive to the top of the ramp, while the Kid rallies once more with elbows and a spinning heel kick, leaving both men down momentarily. Now back on their feet, X-Pac delivers chops when his whip is reversed, but the Kid ducks a clothesline to deliver a spin kick for a 2 count. And Rock crawls to the corner, which means it's Bronco Buster time. But Rocky responds with a Samoan drop for a near fall, leading to the champ arguing with the ref, allowing X-Pac to hit a kick to the gut, followed by an X-Factor for the pin. And no, The Rock kicks out. And the Kid whips Rocky to a corner, only to catch him charging in with a power slam for a 2 count, before Rock heads to the floor to grab a chair. And Shawn jumps in the ring as well to steal away the weapon, only to then turn and swing away on X-Pac, knocking him out and leaving everyone shocked. Rocky then finishes it off with a corporate elbow for the pin and the win. Post-match, the Outlaws run out to go after Michaels, but Big Bossman and Shamrock are right behind them to brawl inside the ring, while the Commish, The Rock, and the McMahons do the crotch chop at the top of the ramp as JR says his goodbyes, and we fade to black.
Sean, what did you do?
So I ask you, gentlemen, what are your overall thoughts of Monday Night Raw from November 23rd, 1998?
It's fun. We're rolling full on Raw. I mean, none of the stuff that shouldn't have been wasted time, and we get our fun through line, which has become a thing that you see more and more in the Raws, especially now with basically everybody having something on somebody else. But there's been this thing where it's like, oh, the story is Stone Cold whether he's in the ring or not. Whatever's going on with him, you're going to see sprinkled throughout the whole show. So it's like a show within a show almost. But yeah, and the fans are, buzzing like fucking bumblebees on acid. The crowds are so crazy hot everywhere you go that you just can't help but be entertained.
I mean, kind of that same thing. A hot show, in more ways than one, from the start to finish. Lots of theatrics and dramatics and excitement and high energy and what the fuck is going to happen next.
Yeah.
Who the hell is the Blue Blazer?
The Job Squad is important at this point. By
Shit.
the end of this show, they've had
Job
some.
Squad was pretty much running the damn show.
Yeah, they had put enough thumbprint on this show alone that if this was the first time they showed up, they immediately mean something.
Yeah, I agree. Lots of fun matches with good storytelling weaved in. I do think the embalming story is a bit too much.
So it's silly.
But they're leaning into the more mystical stuff with the Ministry of Darkness at this point.
Yeah.
So I give it a pass on that end.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Undertaker shows up and he's like an otherworldly entity, and he is that for a couple years, and then more recently he's been more human, and we're going back to him being basically not only this dark otherworldly being, but also a warlock. So silly, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I don't extend that to too many other people.
No.
Like even
Absolutely
when people do it today, I hate it. He just gets the pass because he's the Undertaker. It's just kind of the thing.
Yeah, a year or two prior to this, when you had the
where he ascends to the heavens.
Well, no, the Kevin Sullivan.
Oh yeah.
Dark Side, Mom, Father,
Engine of Doom,
all that
Taskmaster.
shit. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I love Kevin Sullivan, but he never quite pulled this off as well. Maybe he did it better in the 80s. I don't know. I like all those fun photos. Just look up Kevin Sullivan and
His dark eye makeup.
yeah, with him and woman Nancy, and there's some really fun photo shoots, not photoshops, of them just like, you know, on the beach with like looking like they're in a Wasp music video. It's very fun.
Good. Where's the smart marks at? All right. Fuck you.
I think it's time we smark it up. So what are some of the best moments of this show?
I mean, the Job Squad popping up here,
Ooh,
there,
that
everywhere.
was my first thought as well.
Yeah.
The Job Squad. I mean, it's just good to see those guys like
On television?
getting something to do.
Yeah, and the thing and they're not looking like fools. They're being called fools by the name of their thing, but they named their
Do
thing.
you know what job means?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Oh, I thought you meant. No, I don't know what the
But it's
acronym is.
we
I know we know it's
call
a
it
job. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
called Job Squad, but
I
it's
do-
J.O.
Yeah,
E.
it's a NWO joke. But
I mean, it's just over broke is what it stands for.
Okay.
oh, okay.
I was
That's-
like, just
that's-
one, but I couldn't think of what
Yeah,
it would be.
just over broke is funny, and I never ever knew that. I knew that it was like the three letters, I knew it was a acronym, but I thought that the joke was that it wasn't an
basically,
acronym.
They're
and it
guys
was,
that just don't get any TV time, so
Yeah.
they're not making any money.
Yeah.
Basically.
But I just thought the joke was that they were a group of jobbers and that they did the acronym thing as a rib. But just over broke is funny, but not as funny as the job. It's just being called the Job Squad.
Sean showing back up.
Yeah.
It's good to see him. He always brings a energy
Yeah.
to the show, or anytime he's on screen.
And at this point, it doesn't feel like he's trying to make the show about him because probably learned his lesson a little bit.
Yeah. And not to be too superficial about it, but he doesn't yet look like he got kicked by a horse. So
Oh, yeah.
he's still a sexy boy.
Yeah. He's got the cowboy hat on, so it's probably thinning already,
Yeah.
but that's fine. The eyeball's the issue.
Yeah.
Terry and Jackie are going to team up here.
Yeah.
At the beginning of that.
Terry and Jackie team up. The Godfather and Val Venus team up.
It was just kind of funny because, like, it's obviously Goldust and Mero. So it's Terry and Jackie's both are. But then
They're scoring
Jackie
lovers.
goes after Goldust and Terry goes after Marc, basically going, I got you, sister.
Yeah.
Yep.
Makes the high five mean more.
I mean, the hardcore match was a very good match.
Yeah.
It was. It's not as hardcore
I mean,
as some
it's-
hardcore matches we'll see in the future, but
Yeah,
that's okay.
I mean, it was just a good 3-man brawl. That
yeah,
kind
and
of
the thing that where it's like, okay, well, it's two on one, and everybody is behind Mankind. So whenever he gets a move off on somebody, it means twice as much because he's the underdog, obviously.
It's good to see the hoser here.
Yeah. Yep. They before they were completely relegated to Sunday Night Heat.
Probably. And I will say that X-Pac and Rock had pretty good chemistry together.
I was surprised by that as well because X-Pac is obviously the faster worker and the more technical worker. But I thought they played off of each other much better than I expected.
Yeah.
And The Rock did the right thing as a heel and kept going back to the chin lock.
And I mean, it came very close to, like, making you believe that the kid actually had a chance.
And also, DX is so over right now, and people are pissed at The Rock, so it doesn't matter what member of DX you put in there. People would have cheered them, but X-Pac is the most fun one. Granted, also, like, we haven't seen Hunter in a little bit, so, yeah. It's like, well, we're not going to put Road Dogg or one of the tag guys in there.
I mean, just the Austin Undertaker, Paul Bearer, start storyline. Yeah, it was.
I mean, that was like crack when you
segments
were
were
watching
good.
it live on Mondays,
Yeah.
where it's like, to the point where you were so excited to see what would happen next. You almost felt like you were waiting through those matches, where I can appreciate them more now. In hindsight,
And Austin having to play dead for a good portion of it.
I mean, they kept
Keeping a straight face the entire time without busting up.
because it is silly. But yeah, well, they kept not what's it called, chloroforming him.
Yeah.
I almost said Narcan. It's like, no, that's not that.
How about most disappointing?
I'm not really going to complain too much about this one.
I know, I'm trying to think of what was a bummer. It's like, well, like,
I know, right? Like,
yeah, like I said, any of the stuff that like you could complain about was so brief that it would be silly to complain about it. Like if you don't want anything to do with Tiger or Ollie Singh, you don't have to worry about it because that wasn't the point of the match.
I mean, the opening match was just a couple minutes of.
It was
of
like
the
2
two
minutes,
teams, and then all of a sudden there was the heel turn.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I remembered when writing the notes that I realized after the third match that we had literally had 2 of the first 3 matches was distraction and then someone rolling up the person for the win. And I was just like, well, probably shouldn't go to this well like every other match, but
Yeah.
And then it looked like we were going to have the same thing happen in the Mero Goldust match, and then obviously
The lady saved the day.
we had the double low blow. But yeah,
There's not too much to complain about on this one.
Everybody,
I guess you can complain about Christian. Like literally, we're now seeing his second match, and he's already losing the championship belt that he had for Duane Gill to have a belt.
My assumption is that they're gonna get rid of this belt, and that the 2 members of the Brood are going
around
to
for a little
okay, a little while longer.
for a while longer.
But like, yeah, my assumption is that they're gonna move them to the tag team
Talking to the
situation.
No, the light heavyweight championship.
Oh, the light heavyweight, yeah.
It sticks around for at least another couple years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all right. Well, but yeah, I assume maybe new blood, and they're gonna Christian and Edge will go to the tag team situation. But I don't know. We'll find out. I do not remember. I don't know if this is a complaint.
Real man's man. Like,
yeah.
He said slappers, guys. Like,
I mean, is that what they call him in where he's from?
in England?
Yeah.
That is a derogatory term for prostitutes in England.
Because you can hit them? Is that the joke?
Pretty much. But it's still, he's a real man's man. He's not an English bloke.
Yeah. I guess you slap. You probably. I don't know if you can say sluts on TV, but
At this time, I think it's getting close to it.
yeah, you can say hose, but you probably can't say whore.
Yeah, you can call somebody a bitch, but we're getting there.
How about best performer of the night? I actually want to give it to X-Pac.
That's what I was gonna say. Give it to X-Pac because he still was interesting against the Rock, who the Rock is not a beloved wrestler because of what he does in between the ropes.
Made me a believer in this match. X almost marked the spot.
Yep.
And most surprising, Sean returning.
Sean returning for sure.
First time we see the hose.
It was definitely Sean over the hose. We knew the hose were coming. I didn't remember Sean coming.
I mean, I knew he came back as the commissioner at some point, just wasn't sure when.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was this soon into him leaving that he was already back.
Yeah, and the little swerve they did with him was
and then
good.
the swerve at the end, I guess, technically is a pretty big surprise as well.
Yeah, because they drag you in where you're like, cool, there's going to be something to fight this corporate alliance a little bit, and then they swerve you again, and it's fun, and you just hate McMahon even more for taking Sean away from you as soon as they offered him back up.
Making their way to the ring.
It's trivia time.
Shit.
This week, the category is 20 questions.
It's 20 questions, the question and answer program everyone enjoys.
Oh, shit.
I got some.
Oh, yeah.
This week is all Shane.
Oh.
And as they keep saying...
So Shane, I will need you to pick a number between 1 and 11.
1 through 11. That's an odd choice. Let's do... Can I get a 9er?
9er. Okay. I got your person pulled up. So, I will only give you stuff up to 1995. So anything that was done after 95, I will not mention.
Okay. But this wrestler is specifically somebody from 1995,
We
correct?
watched them in 1995.
Okay. All right. God, I would never know where to start on these. Are they a world heavyweight champion in 95?
No.
Okay. Are they a former world heavyweight champion in 95?
No.
Okay. Are they in WCW in 1995?
No.
Are they in WWF in 95?
No.
All right. Are they ECW in 95?
Yes.
All right. I'll just start naming names then. Not world champion in 95 in ECW. Are they a Pitbull?
Yes.
Killer job, brother.
Pitbull number 2.
No.
Pitbull number 1.
Correct.
All right.
Incredible stuff, Shane.
12 points for Shane this week.
Nice.
All right.
That was
one
good.
wasn't as scary as I thought it was.
I know he showed it to me, and I got kind of scared too. But I was like, well, I guess once you get down to ECW, it's like, well, yeah.
Yeah. Like, who was big in ECW in 95 that wasn't world
Pitbulls.
champ?
Both
Yep.
Pitbulls were.
Pitbulls or the fucking... I can't think of their names now. They left already.
Oh, Public Enemy.
There we go. I wanted to say the ICP, but... Yay! Go Pitbulls!
Yeah, good job.
I didn't get fucked up on a what color hair do they have question.
Next week, WWF Monday Night Raw from November 30th, 1998.
Come on, guys. You think we're going to leave you hanging? We got to find out what happened to Stone Cold.
And, even more fun, Michael gets to answer questions next week.
What if mine's Pitbull number 1? Or number 2?
It depends on what number you choose.
Music from this week's show is We're All Together Now by Jim Johnston. And The Rock won our main event, so we play Do You Smell It? Version 2 by Jim Johnston. And if you like this episode or any of our other ones, please go out there and rate and review us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you find your podcast at. Do as Michael says.
5 stars or no stars. Do it for Tiger Ali Singh.
There you go. Some flowers.
Yeah, give the man something.
And if you have any questions, comments, concerns,
What's the worst Wendy's experience that you've had? I would love to hear from you. Talk to us on our Twitter.
Did you find a
on
finger
X.
in your chili?
Yeah.
Remember that one?
But yeah, seriously, what's I want to hear some bad fast food experiences from you, featuring our friends at Wendy's. Yeah, give us a shout out on the old Twitter. Give us an email, something. I'd love to hear from you.
I had a friend find a fly in the lettuce at a Wendy's a long time ago, but it was off the dollar.
Yeah, I mean, that's extra protein right there.
Yeah.
We already talked about how important protein is on this episode.
All full circle.
But you can send any of those things to our email at wrestlinghistoryx@gmail.com or find us on X at WrestlingHistoX. That's Wrestling HISTO. X. We'll talk to you next week.
Laters. Fuck you, Wendy's at 36 in North Wayne, Oklahoma City. Bye.
The Marc says,